Alright, welcome back to Newbie version 4, my personal challenge. As you see, we've got the chaff, or the grass we put in here last time, all flattened out, and it took a long time. We've got 254,793 litres in here, and it's compacted 100%. Now, I just done this the old-fashioned way, just kept running over it. So we're now just put a cover over it, let it ferment, and it should be about 3 days, I think. Right, what else we got to do today? That's a simple bit. We also will have to just clean the cows out. You see, it's got a little bit of muck in there. Nothing too bad, but we'll just clean those out. Just checking where the forks are, and we have to just go over with the weed over the top field 11. I've already done the other one. I've done that off screen, the big one, finished that off. But you see, I've got the tractor down here ready. As soon as we've done this, we will shove the bucket on and we will start filling up. And we're looking after the animals. Right, let's just get started. This shouldn't take too long, I hope. I'll go up to the top end and start up here. Hard to see actually where the field is with everything grass, but I think we won't be too far out here. Let's back her up. But because when we done it, we mowed the whole thing. We ain't going to be able to fertilise the whole thing. Shove it onto crews and away we go. Right, how's the challenge going? Well, the challenge is, well, as all challenges, it's difficult. It should be. What I was hoping it wouldn't be easy to do this. And I think we probably will, towards the end of the second year, run out of ration. I think it's going to be tight for that to last out, but we have got quite a bit made up. We have got some more straw and hay bales up the top, so we can keep feeding them, and because we will have silage. Just if we do look like we're short, I won't be able to put all the silage into the fermenter, into the BGA. Nobody, well, I haven't checked today. I'm a bit of a rush, so I haven't even had a look on YouTube today, so I don't know if anybody came up with a yay or nay about getting the telehandler. I want to take it, as I haven't heard anything. No one was up with the idea. You all want to see me struggle with the front loader. Perfectly understandable. Well, about 1,824 litres, I think, a time. That's against about 3,000 litres, or 3,000 or 6,000 litres in the bucket. But I will get my arm back because I'm putting mostly emptying of the bunker onto course play. But I also have to. I can use some manure in there, and also I might well have to draw a course around to get that done. It's another one of those jobs I don't fancy doing on my own. And you can see where we've been. Well, it does mean we can hang on to what money we've got, and we've got to 2.3 or £2,318 at the moment. Which isn't bad, and we've got most of the loans we can take out, and we will have to take a loan out anyway to get the water tank, but I'm not getting it until we actually need it, until the cattle are down to orange on their wants. Well then, on that episode, no matter what else we've got to do, we will go and buy a water tanker, and there is only one we can buy. That's the Joskin in-game one. As you know, I'm only using in-game stuff and DLCs I have allowed myself the Massey pack, but I don't think I'm going to be using anything from the Massey pack. Oh, and I have got the straw add-on, but I don't think again we'll be using anything from there. It's all we want, and I'm trying to keep the equipment down to a minimum. There's this tractor from the Modern Classics pack. This weeder, just get rid of course play again. This weeder from the vanilla game, from the base game. The Pottinger Euro Boss porridge wagon from the base game. Pottinger front mower from the base game. And I don't think we're using a lot else. Oh, the front forks and bucket also from the base game. And I think we might have the bale forks also base game. And so I'm trying to get away with as little spending as possible. I normally don't use a lot of extra equipment. It's my way of doing things to keep the tractors down to the minimum, usually one above minimum. There's caused to be issues at times when I've got course play work and I want an extra couple of tractors, but most of the time it works well. And I have Alice with me again, and she's just about to go. I'll let her come on my lap, I think. No. If you heard anything, there's extra noise in, that's because Alice decided to rub her face against the microphone. I'm now in the lucky position of having her on my lap, and hopefully she will settle down. I concentrate more. She's now buffing me for some attention. That's a good girl. Just lay down, will you? Alice, for those who don't know, is one of our cats. We have 4 now. We went up to a maximum of 6, but we're down to 4 now. It's death and disease and old age took some. But Alice seems to be determined to be a pest all her life. She's now, was it 11, 12-year-old, and as big a pest as he was as a kitten. Anyway, enough about her. This will become the Alice show. Well, as I said, this wouldn't take long. We've only been running 8 minutes so far, and that includes sometime when I had the recording gear running but wasn't actually recording anything. Well, not for broadcast. Oh, I was going to be making for this weekend a video on that French map, and I forget his name now. It won't happen this weekend. It had to be for next weekend. I am somewhat plowed under with extra work. We have Bamp run to remake, and that's going to take the next couple of days. I won't be doing any recording then. I'll have videos to keep going up my standard range for another week. But real life has to come first, and we need to do something about the Bamps before the winter sets in. The roof of that run keeps blowing off in the high wind. It was only thrown up in a hurry when we done it. Oh, and of course there's also my addiction to 2 Point Hospital at the moment. I just wonder if I can see. Oh yeah, it looks like we're getting everything. Might miss a little bit here either side of this, but I don't think I'm going to worry too much about it. Well, we get the majority. This will be our second level of fertilisation. As you see, I'm using the display mod, and which is a great help. If you haven't tried it, it's on Mod Hub. It does work, and it works well. The only thing is, if you're taking screenshots, you might have noticed that it doesn't disappear its own accord. I think there is a key command to make it disappear, but my poor old mind won't hold any more key commands. Right, that will do. just check it's coming. Yeah, it's in both sides. I'm not certain. I just want to check. Oh, well, I still got 23 hours. We will go on hours on this, not time for when we need to repair this. Gives us some maintenance. I hope I've got. Yeah, I've got some room down here. In fact, I want to just drop that front weight off. So I just. That's it. Alright, go in the middle here. Because we're going to want the weight on the rear for the next few jobs. Oh, don't think I'll put this back level, these fork arms. Alright, let's back up again and find out where the bucket is. There it is. Yeah, I got a frog in my throat. Alright, we've got all that now. Let's get the weight on. You see, this was one of the few maps I played in several years now that I'm not using my old faithful OEB SOB weights. Basically, that would have cost more money again. I just need to set that to the front so I can actually see what the bucket fell off. Oh dear, I didn't notice that. I bet you lot all noticed. I thought I was getting the weight on, I wasn't. I was detaching the bucket. Let's try again. It's got it this time. No. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I have to push the bucket around a bit. Now we used to do this where we used to work, push things around with the tractor. Not that I was allowed to drive the tractor. I decided that they wanted to keep it in one piece, so I was kept away from it, except for dire emergencies. Right, this is. Now there's a bit of lip here where the trigger catches if you drop that straight away, so I've just gone over that bit, and well, there's a little bit at the end here we missed. What we do is try and catch this. Well, we've got some of it anyway, that'll do. This being grass will try to turn out too soon. Alright, we will drop that in here. Now this is where my depth perception goes completely. I cannot see whether we're going in there or not, but I'm going to take it we did. Yeah, it looks like it. We do some muck now for the last part of today, so I don't think I've got anything else I need to do today. Then I'm going to fast forward a few days. How many eggs we got anyway? Let's just have a look here. 44. 5 more should be coming in there. For some reason they are not. I mean, I did put the egg collector in here, didn't I? Oh, perhaps I didn't. Because I am manually collecting eggs. thought I put the egg collector in, but I didn't. I might do that. I know it's cheating, but hell, it's my game. It depends. If I put the egg collector in the mod folder, I will put it in. If not, we shan't bother. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the eggs until we get a couple of 300. There's still one in here somewhere. I do hate. It's one of the things I use an egg collector for, because I loathe this sub game of hunt the eggs. No, I didn't put it in there. Oh, that's a pity. Just check it on miscellaneous, but I'm fairly certain it's not. No, it's not. Right, anyway. So there's another egg in here somewhere. We'll have one quick walk round, see if we can find it. They do tend to hide in this hedge here. There's still one there. Right, last quick look. I'm not going around the hedge now. Must be in here somewhere. This is why I hate this particular bit. Chickens will normally lay all together. You might get the odd one that will go off and do its own thing, but the majority of them lay in the same place. Sounds a lot of poultry rely on eggs to produce young. Ah, there we are. They work on the principle that the more people looking after the eggs, the better. Right. Not this silly little sub game. Right. What I do now is, did I open this gate up or not? No, I didn't. Right, I'm going to go through, use this gate. This one can stay open because it's not actually holding anything back at all. That wants to come out. It's not a lot of it at the moment, but it's worth £15, something like that. Not a lot, I know, but it's still worth a little bit of cash. Gets right in before I try and get into it. I didn't on my playthrough on the pre-version 4 version of the map. I didn't actually bother much with this muck. Well, I was using some of that on the soil, but we're not going to use it on the soil on this one. Oh yes, because the idea that you can get grass from elsewhere. Yes, I could go around the forests and get the grass, but I'm not going to. I made a little rule that the only grass I'm allowed to cut is on my property. So it's mine. So this would be quite an interesting course-by course to do, but I don't think I can run over the heap at the moment. I think it's a bit too tall to run over. That's going in there, some of it anyway. See what we get for that. Yeah, £33, and that will drop very quickly indeed, the amount we get for it. Oh, I also want to put some. I want to put a couple of scopefuls. This is, yes, I know. I'm going straight from manure onto TMR, but I only just remembered I was going to put a couple of scoops of this in there. I'm going to put it in it. This is the easier trough to use. It's easier than manoeuvring itself inside. And one inside is great with trailers, but it's not so good with front loaders. But take it from me who have tried. See what it looks like now. Animals. Oh, a couple more. I think I will possibly run out of TMR before the 2 years is up, but we have got plenty of hay at the moment. Grass is going to be not going to be a problem except for winter, and silage shouldn't be a problem. Must empty this one first, I suppose. Huh. Not quite there yet. In fact, we're nowhere near there yet. Trying to find the ground bit on this is not always the easiest thing to do. We're there now. You know, your meters above ground level, because the 0 is not what shows as ground level here. Another light in. Oh, one more, why not? Then we'll do a couple more loads of muck, and that won't be an episode. We don't want anything else in the car. We will do, I think, tomorrow on the next transition. I will see what there is to do every time I go over a day. If there's plenty to do, I will record it. If it isn't, I shall just do it. If it's just looking after cattle, which basically everybody's seen so many times. Come on. For some reason it doesn't. Let's just ease that back a little bit. It would be too far. Oh, we've got it now, and we're almost over on the side. Did I say I packed it in there quite well? I'm no good using with a front loader. Mind you, still trying to find what I am good at. Playing the fool, I suppose. I'm not bad at that. Anyway, this will be it for the cattle for now. If next transition we need water in there, I'll bring it back for that, because we're going to get the water, and I will get that out of the river. It's free. Anything was free I want. Did I ever mention the fact I'm trying to do this on minimum cost? I bet I have. Actually, if I do an absolute minimum, I'll be using a lot more of the Massey pack. Except that, because you cannot, with the Massey pack, there's nothing with a 3-point front connection to it. I bet we won't get 30 this time. But we want to keep shoveling some of this in here every so often, just to keep the amount down in that pit. I may just try and see if I can just sort out a course breaker, so I'll probably do that off screen. I'm not even certain that's going to be possible. This is so tight to get everything around to. Well, it's going in there. Oh, I got 32 again. Oh well. But it's money, it's profit. This is sheer profit. This bit. Well, not quite, because we've got to pay for the diesel from getting it over there. But with that exception, this is sheer profit. This is stuff should already be paid for by what we get on the milk. What are we doing? Oh, we get a couple of 3 bucketfuls done. Yeah, you're in for a real treat of watching me go backs and forwards with this. Waiting for me to crash, I know. I bet Stu is sitting there at the moment, fingers crossed, saying crash, crash, crash. And I bet he won't come back and deny it. He might well admit to it. He's like that. He doesn't like me, you know. Stu, one of the good boys. Great lad. Alright, let that one in. So it does hold, and this doesn't seem to be dropping that fast. This isn't quite so much a chore as expected to do this. And the other thing is because there isn't quite so much of it as there is the silage when we get going. If we can do a bit of this every day, every time on here, if I do half a dozen buckets, it should keep the heap clear. Now I can't do anything about the slurry, because to use that I'm going to need a tanker, and there's one thing that is missing from the base game: a small liquid tanker, not a water tank, just a small tanker for carting ordinary liquids around, including slurry. It's that big one, but that's too big for him. I couldn't afford it anyway. It'd be my budget gone completely for the whole playthrough. As I'm not using mods, I can't very well use any of the other mods which would work well for it. And I'm not going to mod the standard parts with this. They then become a mod, of course. Right, how are we doing? 32. We'll do another couple, shall we? We try and get that over 2,500. I figure. I don't suppose we can turn straight into it. Oh, we can. Oh, we are clever. Oh, we are clever. Well, I am anyway. And we're getting this down nicely now. Don't want to turn too sharp as the bucket hits everything. Should really have a power washer, but going to keep things reasonably clean. But that's budget I haven't got to buy a power washer. So things will just have to stay dirty, I'm afraid. Right, we'll do one more. Yeah, one more should get us above 2,500. No. Forgot to lift the bucket up high enough to get away. Well, right, I think we better get a screenshot. I've got to try and turn in quick, but it don't really matter. Oh yes, one of our problems goes with this, we don't start with enough cows to easily make money on milk all through the year. We don't. We only make money part of the year. Winter mainly, until we get a few more cattle. I don't know what the break even figure is, but I'm going to say about 30. I know it's 40 you can make money. Oh, depends on how Roy has filled the prices, of course. He has done quite a bit of price fixing. He knows how to spat that out. But this would be easy if the prices for silage were base, but they're not, so we have to do what we can. Right, with that I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider leaving a like. If you're not a subscriber and wish to see more of this, there's another 32. It must be set to 32. But there are 2.5 hours. We actually made a bit of money. Yes, if you're not subscribed and wish to see more of this type of thing, feel free to subscribe. It doesn't cost you a penny. I like having a food people who like me enough to subscribe to my channel. Thank you all very much indeed. And the men in white coats will be around for you at some point. I think we're just a bit there. Oh, any comments, questions, queries? And there's still time if you want to vote on whether I should go to the telehandler or not. There's still time, because this is going to run until 19 launches. It may even run after 19. I want to get the 2 years done. I will be missing days out when there's nothing happening. I can't see the sense, and especially with how little is going to be happening on this one. It's going to be the same thing all the time. It's going to be grass work and silage work near enough all the time. You'll be warned. But everything will be done on the cheap. So with that, it's me saying cheerio for now. Cheerio.